Hi everyone, welcome to a Stamping to Share video. My name's Kay Kalthoff and I'm looking forward to sharing with you a little bit about our Stampin' Up! Mica Flakes. This is a jar of Mica Flakes. It's rather large and it sells for about $3.50 in our holiday mini catalog. You have until January 3rd to purchase Mica Flakes because that is when our holiday mini catalog comes to an end. So I thought, since I'm a little bit of a latecomer to Mica Flakes myself, I thought I would share with you how I am using them. This is the card we're going to create today. It's a little birthday card, and I must share that I was inspired by Mercedes Weber. She made a very similar Christmas card. She did not use Mica Flakes on her snowflake, but I thought, you know, that would be a good way to use Mica Flakes. So I thought I would try it out, and I was just delighted with the results. So we're going to set this aside, and I'm going to start by showing you this card base. What I did is I started with a 5.5 inch wide by 8.5 inch long piece of Naturals white cardstock. When it's scored and folded in half, you get a front surface of 4.25 by 5.5. The second panel of Bashful Blue that goes over the top is cut 1/4 inch smaller, so it's cut at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. I've stamped a sentiment at the bottom from Happiest Birthday Greetings, or Happiest Birthday Wishes, I believe it's called. It's one of our hostess sets in our big catalog. And on the inside, I've gone ahead and stamped a sentiment also from that same stamp set called Happiest Birthday Wishes. So the panel of our card, or the front panel and the base of the card, is done. So I'm going to set that aside. And now I'm going to show you that I have a couple of Snow Much Fun Snowman that I've gone ahead and stamped with our Stays On ink. And then I've colored it with the Bashful Blue marker, the Pumpkin Pie marker, and the Not Quite Navy marker. And then I take a 1 1/4 inch circle punch, turn it upside down, and then I can see exactly where I need to punch in order to get my very cute little center part for my snowflake. And so I have a 1 3/8 inch circle punch that I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of our multi-purpose liquid adhesive on. And I like the liquid adhesive because then I can just wiggle it just a little bit to get perfect borders. The next thing I have to share with you is a piece of Bashful Blue cardstock cut at 3.5 inches square, and the layer underneath the Bashful Blue is our Not Quite Navy cardstock, and that's cut at 3 3/4 inches square. You can see how very little adhesive you need to put your panels together. That's why using our liquid adhesive is very economical as well. So there we go. We have our panel ready for the front of our card. Now we're going to take one of the die cut snowflakes from the Snowflake number 2 die, and I'm going to turn it over, and once again using our Stampin' Up! Liquid adhesive, I am just going to put a little adhesive all along the lines of this snowflake, and that should be good. Now we just center it onto our square panel, and I think that's going to be it. I'll just hold it here for a second, and now this is ready to go. Now let's go ahead and get our Mica Flakes ready. So I'm going to bring back the Mica Flake container, and I'm just going to pour it into this tray. I'm just going to pour the whole thing in. It's very pretty that way, but it will also make it easier for us to use the Mica Flakes. So set this aside again. Back to our snowflake, and it looks like one of the snowflake panels is popping up, so I'm just going to add a little bit more multi-purpose liquid glue to the back. And there we go. Now it's ready. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a few little dots of actually what I'm going to do first is put our little snowman into the center of our snowflake. Almost forgot that. So you can see all the bare bones of everything that I do because I don't know how to edit. So mistakes and all come right along with it. So anyway, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to add a few little lines on our snowflake all around. And this is where our multi-purpose liquid adhesive comes in real handy. And we're going to go ahead and do this. And I apologize for the delay. I know it probably doesn't seem like as long to you as it does to me, but I feel like I'm taking forever to do this. And since I don't know how to edit, you just have to bear with me. My kids have actually tried to edit with me, and I don't know if I'm a slow learner or if you just can't learn anything past the age of 45. Not sure about that. I have to tell you, my daughter was working with glitter on a school project, and she says, "Mom, I just feel so happy." And I said, "Well, why, Carol? Why do you feel so happy?" And she goes, "I don't know. I think it's this glitter. It's just making me happy." And so I have to laugh, because whenever I'm using glitter in any of my Stampin' Up! Projects, or in this case the sparkly Mica Flakes, it makes me happy too. So it must, I don't know if this is just a woman thing or if seeing glitter makes my husband happy. I'll have to ask him sometime. Alright, there we go. So now we have this ready, and we're going to bring our Mica Flakes back into the picture, and we're just going to take this whole panel and turn it upside down and press it into the Mica Flakes. There we go. And now that's pretty intense, but we're just going to lightly brush off some of the excess Mica Flakes. Actually, I think I have something really good for this. This is where having been a Mary Kay consultant for many, many years comes in handy. I have this big old pink brush back from the early days of starting Mary Kay. And I can just brush this off, all the excess, and we are left with a very lovely panel for the front of our card. So let's finish up our card. Here's our card, here's our panel. I'm going to go ahead and get some glue again, and I'll show you once more how very little you need to adhere your panel to your card. And line it up. I think that looks pretty good, don't you? And of course, a few of these excess snow little Mica Flakes will drop off, but you can, after the glue is more thoroughly dried, I'll take my little makeup brush and brush over that one more time just to get it all finalized. But there's the card. Isn't it beautiful? Hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by Stamping to Share, and I hope you're excited about using our Stampin' Up! Mica Flakes. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.